So today Linda is making stuffed cabbage rolls without using any rice. Whenever we shoot a video, whatever Linda made that day is usually our dinner. And while we are not on a keto diet per se, we like to watch our carbohydrate intake to keep our blood glucose level in check. So welcome to Linda's Home Kitchen and let's cook. So what are we replacing the rice with? You probably guessed it right, cauliflower. Linda is making cauliflower rice, which is a really simple process. Simply remove the greens and then cut around the core to make cauliflower florets. You can make those a little smaller by breaking them up with your hands so they fit better in the food processor. We use the grater attachment to grate the cauliflower into rice. So now we add some oil in a pan over medium heat. And we add the cauliflower rice. And we cook and stir the rice until softened, which takes about 3 to 4 minutes. While the cauliflower rice cooks, we're gonna prepare the cabbage leaves. For this recipe, we need 8 leaves. And before we do anything else with the cabbage, we remove the core. We also brought a large pot of water to boil. And then we place the entire head of cabbage into the boiling water. What that does, it softens the outer layers of the cabbage just enough so you can easily remove them later. If the pot is not large enough to cover the entire head of cabbage with water, just turn the cabbage around halfway through. This should take about 5 minutes. Then we remove the cabbage to cool and drain. And once cooled, we carefully remove 8 leaves from the cabbage. So now it's time to prepare the other ingredients needed. Today we're making a sauce and we make the stuffing for the cabbage rolls. And we are finally dicing 1 onion. Half the onion will be used for the sauce and the other half will be used for the stuffing. We're also gonna dice 1 shallot. That's gonna be used in the sauce. So once diced, we simply add it to the half of the onions that go in the sauce as well. So let's get ready to make the sauce. We use a Dutch oven and we heat a little bit of olive oil over medium heat. We add the onions and the shallots, keep stirring them and cook them for about 3 minutes. Next we need 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna mince the garlic, cook and stir for 1 minute. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Also stir in to combine. Then we add 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes and 15 ounces of tomato sauce. We also add 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar and 2 tablespoons of monk fruit. Next we add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning and a pinch of crushed red pepper flakes. And we also season to taste with salt and fresh ground pepper. We stir everything in and now we let it simmer on low for about 10 to 15 minutes. So now we are ready to prepare some more ingredients for the filling. We need 2 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley. Simply pick off the leaves from the stems and then chop it finely. So next we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to a Dutch oven over medium heat. And we're gonna add the other half of the onions to it and saute it for 1 minute. Next we're gonna add 2 cloves of garlic. We're also gonna mince the garlic. Stir and cook it for another minute. So in case you were wondering, where is the protein, bro? Here it is. We have 12 ounces of lean ground beef and also 8 ounces of ground pork. We add it to the Dutch oven and we break it up with our wooden spatula. Cook and stir occasionally until no pink remains. So this looks good now. We are ready to season it. We add 1 teaspoon of paprika and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then we add our freshly chopped parsley. We also season it with salt and pepper to taste. And stir everything in. And now it's time to add 1 cup of our cauliflower rice. So once the rice is stirred in, nicely mixed, we can take the pot off the stove. Now we can transfer the filling to a bowl, and Linda uses a slotted spoon, which helps to drain the extra fat. We also add 1 cup of our sauce to the mix, stir it in, and then we let it cool down for 15 minutes. So now we are getting ready to assemble the cabbage rolls. Linda cuts out the stem part of each cabbage leaf, makes it easier to roll later on. And once the filling has cooled down, Linda adds 1 egg to it. Whip the egg, and then we add it to the filling and stir it in to combine as well. So now we are ready to fill the cabbage leaves. Each roll gets about 1/2 cup of the filling. And as you can see, she flips the sides over first, and then she simply rolls them up and lays them seam side down. And then repeat the process for a total of 8 times. We think 2 cabbage rolls is a nice serving size for 1 person, so this recipe basically yields dinner for 4. So these look lovely. Let's get ready to put them in the oven. First we need a casserole dish about 9 by 13 inches, and we spoon in half the remaining tomato sauce, which we spread out evenly on the bottom. So and now we add all the cabbage rolls seam side down to the casserole dish right on top of the tomato sauce. They just fit in just perfectly. And now we top off the cabbage rolls with the remainder of the sauce. Next we tightly cover everything with aluminum foil. Now they're ready for the oven. And we bake them at 350 degrees for 75 to 90 minutes. So they should be done now. Let's check them out. They turned out fantastic. As you can see, there's still a lot of steam coming off them, so you want to let them cool down for about 15 minutes. So let's plate them. Simply transfer the cabbage rolls to a plate, pour a little sauce over it, and sprinkle it with a little bit of parsley. And there you go, your keto-friendly cabbage rolls. And if you enjoyed this recipe and this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. That would help a small mom and pop channel like ours quite a bit. Thank you very much. Till next time, yours truly, Linda and Stefan.